All right, guys, so this is Overrated, Underrated Star Wars Character Edition, and I just want to bring this to you because I think this could be a super fun series. This is part one, so there will be future episodes where there's more characters. Just want to get that out of the way now and let you know that this is not the complete list. We will have a list later on, and it will continue to grow, and it will continue to be better, but I'm going to speed run this. I'm going to name a character, and I'm going to give a quick synopsis on why I think they are overrated, underrated. If you disagree with me, down in the comments below. If you agree with me, I also want to hear down in the comments below. Let's get it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, let's get into it. Underrated, overrated Star Wars characters. Rey Skywalker / Palpatine. Hear me out. Close your eyes and imagine the sequel trilogy never happened. Now imagine a female Force-sensitive abandoned as a kid who ends up in a tilt-a-whirl of events that leads to her ruining Project Necromancer and defeating Sidious, who is also her relation. That's a dope character and story. It just needed to be executed better. And I can't blame Rey for the poor execution. She is underrated and is actually an awesome character. And Daisy Ridley is phenomenal. Severely underrated. Obi-Wan Kenobi, the single most overrated character in all of Star Wars, whose multiple hypocritical screw-ups ruined the entirety of the Skywalker lineage and Jedi way and story. Not to mention, he has the worst show ever made in the history of shows, especially Star Wars. The most overrated. Poe Dameron. Star Wars Top Gun? Do I need to say more? Underrated. Kit Fisto. A Jedi with feats that are overlooked, and he is often not recognized for his true to the Force and loyal to the Force nature. Underrated. Yoda. This one hurts because I love him so much. In all his Force power, though, he could not see the hypocrisy of the Jedi and not recognize in his own arrogance and blindness that Anakin needed him. Ahsoka needed him. And so many others. But in their time of desperation when they needed him most, he failed. Miserably, and before you disagree with this, just understand that his self-isolation to Dagobah is actually all but a confession that he knew he was a screw-up. I do love him, and he redeems himself a little bit with Luke, but we have to recognize in how much he is loved. He is also severely overrated. Plo Koon, the pinnacle of greatness when it comes to Jedi. He is the golden boy of the Jedi for anyone who goes beyond the Obi-Wan cult and actually knows anything about Star Wars. The most underrated character in Star Wars. Jango and Boba. These two are one and the same for me. They're cool, but how many Mandalorians, real ones mind you, are actually the coolest? I could name several. Bo-Katan, Sabine Wren, Din Djarin, any Mandalorian we see in the Mandalorian TV show. So I am sorry for how much love they get. They are overrated. Savage Opress. He got tangled up in a really bad situation, but is actually one of the coolest characters, though extremely short-lived. It was kind of like the kids during a really bad divorce, and for that, I say he's pretty underrated. Asajj Ventress. Well-known, but definitely underappreciated. You are missing out if you don't look into this character and all they have to offer. She is one of the best villains. The continuation of her story to now, the fact that she is, spoiler, not dead, is going to make things even better. Severely underrated. Jabba the Hutt. I'm not saying that he is beloved, but why is he such a centerpiece? I can't stand him. He is so annoying and ugly, and all of his kids are miserable. I can't stand to even look at him. Overrated. Mando. He is more than a babysitter, and I wish we got to see more of that. He is very underrated. Night Sisters. Creepy. But super intriguing, and I really like the introduction to them, but excited to see what more we get out of them. So for right now, I would definitely say underrated. Grogu. I'm sorry, but why is he so loved? He is an ugly-looking alien baby, strong in the Force. He is only sought after because of Project Necromancer. Otherwise, me and you would not know who he is, nor would we care. Plus, he absolutely neuters Mando. He's so overrated. Inquisitors. Such a cool concept, and I'm very much on the fence with them, but because somehow they seem weakish. But I bet in a regular duties and storyline where they aren't fighting against an overpowered Jedi who is the main character, so they can't possibly lose type situation, that they are actually pretty incredible. So I'm going to go with underrated? Quinlan Voss. Let's just sum it up like this. Double agent, going rogue, force user, espionage, romance. Forbidden romance. Look into the story, please, and you will understand Quinlan Voss, really underrated. Maul. Not by any fault of his own. It's the stupid society and culture that we live in. The writing of this character was so cool and always has tremendous buildup every time that he was reintroduced. But then they always flub his character arc towards the middle and end. He could have been the single most greatest villain ever. Consider the fact, before you debate me, that George Lucas had him being the centerpiece for the bad guys and Darkseid in his version of the sequel trilogies. But Disney bought it, and no! Instead, Obi-Wan kills him again and again. It makes zero sense. But it's canon. So for that, Darth Maul is overrated. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you disagree with me or agree with me, let's hear it down in the comments below. Let it be absolutely uncivil down there. Let's go. Complete anarchy down there in the comments. I love you guys. God bless you. We'll catch y'all later. Peace.